3 years ago, I attempted Cebu's notorious climb, Transcentral Highway via Balamban, and it wasn't pretty. My hands are shaking. Shaking. I am so close to getting destroyed. It's crazy. I was not physically or mentally prepared at all. This is one of the hardest things I've ever done. I'm on the verge of cramping right now. And since then, I've been thinking about that climb a lot. So it was time to do it again. And despite being much more fit and much more prepared, I still ended up doing a big mistake. It is so early and I did not get as much sleep as I wanted, but today should be fun. It's gonna be hard though. Guys, di lang mo mag-una guys, mag-una mo, awa mo video. Okay, while we head towards the climb, let me talk a little bit about it. The specific segment I had in mind was called Gaisano to Esquina Mount Manunggal. Alright! According to Strava, it's 11.62 kilometers with 1,046 meters of elevation gain with an average gradient of 6.2%. But that 6.2% is deceiving because it includes downhills and flat-ish portions in the first 8 kilometers. Then the last 3.5 kilometers is the killer. In that last 3.5 kilometers, I averaged a whopping 5.6 kilometers per hour. But before we get to that part, first I'm going to show you what I love about road cycling. The guy in front of me is Mark, and he is pretty fast. So I enjoy drafting him because he likes to go fast, and he's pretty tall too. He's a little bit bigger than me, so he is a good draft. In fact, you can hear me have some fun right about now. So I'm having some fun, but I am taking a turn in the front, and if you'll notice my heart rate, it is gonna slowly inch up higher and higher and higher. It's a lot more difficult to go fast in the front. Although we are going a little bit faster with me in the front right now, so that's nice. A little ego boost. Wow, you can see my heart rate shooting up right now. You know, road cycling is a little bit tricky because there are plenty of cars. You'll see a bus, some cars ride through us eventually. And to be honest, that's why I do most of my riding on a gravel bike inside the inner roads, because it's just so much safer. But I have to admit that there is an allure to riding super fast, or as fast as you can, on a road bike on a nice road. And that is what's fun about it. Here I'm gonna try to overtake the bus, but the bus accelerates at the same time as I did. You can see that I tried to sprint, but I thought better of it and I let the bus go ahead. And then just went back to the inner lane. There's a bunch of cyclists there. And we're gonna catch them. There's Mark on the attack, and I couldn't follow because there was a car. He overtakes everybody. Fortunately, he slowed down a little bit because of the tricycle, and that gave me an opportunity to almost catch up. I apologize for the butt crack. Almost butt crack. So Although, to be honest, while there is an allure to being able to climb mountains, there's definitely a satisfaction towards it. I cannot deny the fun of going fast on a road bike. So back to the ride.
Uy! Kita ka to? For real talaga to? Ay! Sabok! Hello!
Toledo City. We are 1/4 of the way of the whole ride. Halfway, almost halfway of the whole ride. 47 kilometers and 440 meters climbed. The easy part, diba, Drew?
Easy part.
Easy part.
Kaon pa ta, Mark. Kaon pa ta. Relax ah.
Okay, yeah, so right before the climb, I needed a toilet break. So while my past self is using the bathroom, I'm gonna take the time to talk about Cycle Meeting. I recently got a few goodies from Cycle Meeting. Let me show you. So my old handlebars were getting kind of mucky. So Cycle Meeting sent me these Supacaz Super Sticky Kush Star Fade bar tape, and I think it looks sweet. And also, let me show you the Allen keys that I used to use. It was a sad affair. So fortunately, they had these, and these are so much better. I think every cyclist needs a good pair of Allen keys. I use these a lot. So yeah, whenever I'm looking for something for my bike, I always make sure to check Cycle Meeting. And in fact, I ordered something new from them just recently. I'll show it to you soon. Okay, so make sure to check out their page, facebook.com/Cycle Meeting. Thank you, Cycle Meeting, for sponsoring the vlog. They have a lot of really nice stuff, I gotta say. Okay, back to the ride. Okay, we've done 78.67 kilometers and 511 meters elevation gain. And then this is where it gets really hard. Mark, how many kilometers to Manunggal?
11.
11.
Here.
Okay, 11 kilometers to go. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Beautiful. I don't think so.
I am currently with Mark. We will see. I will update you how many minutes I can stay with Mark. Maybe 5 minutes.
Oh. Track rin ako, di ko mag-ano na. Today, no PR.
Lamiyag story. Don't get it twisted. He PR'd it. For the record, mag-PR ko today. I will get the PR. Because the first one, kay hinay magid to. Let's go. There were other guys with us also. I didn't know them as well, so they aren't in the videos as much. But there was this one guy, his name was Jemboy, and he was even faster than Mark. That guy was crazy. In the beginning, I benefited from many of the downhills. I would climb at my steady pace uphill, then on the downhills, I would continue to pedal at my steady pace. So you can see that in the beginning, I was able to keep pace with most of the group. But make no mistake, I was easily one of the weaker climbers. So once the last 3.5 kilometers came along, I was dropped by most of them. I may have been able to smash it on the flats, but on the climbs, I was struggling.
Guys, ano pang segment?
Another segment.
Kaya siya. Gotta make sure not to try to stay with them and just go my pace. Those guys are fast. Fuck you, Bim. You and your lightweight and gear.
I was having a really tough time with the gearing. So when I first did this climb, I used my Surly Midnight Special. It was a much heavier bike, but it had much easier gearing. Something more ideal for climbing. I had a small 30 tooth in the front and a big 42 in the back. It was tough, but I could kinda spin through it. But for this attempt, I was using my Canyon Inflite, which had this weird cyclocross gearing. It's a 46-36 in the front and an 11-32 in the back. I was grinding through that whole climb, and it really took a toll on my legs.
Changed my mind. Oh wait. Shit.
In the beginning, they were talking about stopping in that spot. They call that the DPWH spot, and I was joking that I wasn't going to stop. But when I saw other people stopped, I couldn't help myself. It was so hard. So we had a short stop there, enough to take a few photos and a quick breather. Then it was time to go again.
At least we get a decent view. We're almost there. Oh shit. Bay, hapit ko na cramp nga rin, oy.
Abot dire.
Ano? Di mo da.
Come on.
So we hung out on the top, took a few photos, and these guys were super strong. I'd like to be as strong as them when I am their age.
So that was the highlight of the ride, but we're not done. Currently at 91.95 kilometers, 1,340 meters climb. Probably have to climb another, I'm guessing close to another 1,000 meters. But that was the hard part. Oh man, I'm really struggling right now to come up with any sort of power. These gears are too hard for me for a route like this. Alright, we're about to hit 100 kilometers. Currently sitting at 1,615 meters climbed and still going. And man, my legs are fried. I feel like I'm almost gonna cramp. My back hurts. I wish I had like 2 more gears. Yeah, 2 more gears. So like a smaller crank and a bigger cassette. And I feel like I could get through this ride so much better. Right now, I am just grinding through.
So that was the ride. I managed that segment in about 1 hour, 16 minutes and 6 seconds. Then, the Monday after the ride, I immediately went to the bike shop and ordered a new cassette and a small chainring. I need the gears, man. Anyway, one last thing. If you climb hills, especially epic uphills, there's usually an epic downhill. So enjoy this footage of me trying to catch a few guys going downhill.
Feel so dead. That was good fun though, honestly. Whew. My back hurts.